Greetings all, Vanna here for the Air Signs Weekly Message. Yeah, my air signs, I'm very interested to get into this today because I've actually had a difficult time recording this. I recorded all the way through to completion and uploaded when I realized that there was music playing and you could barely hear me. Now, I felt during that message that there was something off, but I was pushing through because I had already started. And yep, that message was not viable. And I definitely see why. Slow Down being the first card that came out for you is further confirmation. So I want to bring up one of the dice that came out for you. You have the South Node, and I did look it up beforehand, so I am telling you the right thing this time. The South Node represents the lessons, wisdoms, and the baggage that you were born with. The South Node carries the karmic contracts, the soul messages, journeys, and missions that you have accepted or were a part of in your past life. Now, I don't always mean literal past life, like who you were before you were in this vessel, because we can also say past lives of who we used to be in this lifetime. But I do feel that it carries a lot of resonance with your message because Geminis out there got the Balancing Act. And Gemini also came out in the dice as well. So first of all, Sean, I see you. He is a Gemini on my spirit team. Look at the number 11 too. That's another confirmation that this is Gemini's energy, bringing in a balancing act. And that does require looking at it from multiple sides of the perspective. And you have to slow down for that. Because if not, you're going to miss something that you need for this new opportunity that you have been wanting to. And with cleaning house coming in for Librans, certainly carrying that similar message of we cannot continue to take this with us. It's like something that I heard recently, because I'm listening to a lot more Appalachian stuff, is you do not bring an old broom into the new home because you're bringing in all the old energy, all the old dust, and all the old negativity. And so right now you are doing a energetic cleansing and purging. And I'm going to share a message that I got myself earlier today of don't get caught up in the nostalgia of going through all of those things again, of looking back and seeing who you were in that place. It's good to acknowledge it. It's good to recognize it and revel in it for a little bit, but to stick yourself in that nostalgia rather than moving forward, rather than being present in your everyday life, is not going to be how you heal, my love. For the Aquariuses out there, you cannot run away from this. I understand, especially on your end, being the 11th. Again, that's another Gemini frequency or synchronicity. Being the 11th sign, you have gone through it 10 times. You have 10 lifetimes of baggage to work through, to process, to heal. But you chose to come back and take care of it. You chose that this was going to be the lifetime that you dealt with some things. And that means that the ego that you live here has to go through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, heartache, and upset so that you can accomplish what it is that you've needed to accomplish. You cannot have empathy for someone that is in an angry, low vibrational place if you have known nothing but love and positivity your entire life. You will just see them as a miserable person who is making themselves miserable. But if you have been in that place yourself, that rock bottom low place where you just feel like nothing is working out for you and all you're seeing is confirmations of that, you can give that person a little peace, a little grace, because you know what that's like. You've been in that one ring circus before and you have that awareness now. These two came out together and I knew that they had to be together, and that's why. Because we go through hell to experience everything that we do not want in our lives. We go through a horrible relationship with our parents so that we see what kind of a parent we do not want to be. If you can do that healing, if you can release that negativity, forgive yourself, forgive them, and choose to be a better person, choose to be a happier person. But again, this has to be a conscious choice that you make, and that is hard. That is scary. But don't run away from it. Please don't step back from this. It's going to require a pivot. It's going to require you to shift your focus, to shift your energy. Because like this balancing act, if that ship totters to one side, she has to counter it to make sure that it maintains that equilibrium. And that equilibrium will require different amounts of pressure, different amounts of points in different places. You cannot give the same amount of pressure to a fragile, thin piece of glass that you would a piece of stone. What can break one thing builds another thing up. So please do not have a preconceived notion of what you have to do, because there is a different situation moment to moment, day by day. And no, it has not been comfortable. It has not been easy. Maybe you've never known a comfort like this. Maybe you've never known a house that you just feel that safe and that secure. Look at all the beautiful energy that is around them from their ancestors, ensuring that that baby is safe and protected. You are being brought into the light out of the darkness that you have known for a very long time. And there are going to be a lot of people that feel hesitancy with that, because that darkness, being all they've known for the longest time, is making them believe that that is all there is, because that is all they have experienced. So when someone comes in and tries to be a light bearer, tries to be an earth angel, they are met with so much resistance and negativity, because that hurt person is either blinded by that brilliance and radiance, or is not in the place where they can accept that frequency shift. It's like coming out of a sensory deprivation chamber into studio lights. It's blinding, it's jarring, it's disorienting. And you're certainly not going to be pretty happy with whoever's coming up and talking to you being that bright, being that brilliant. And so there's going to be an adjustment period, because you have to become equal. You cannot be light without dark, and you cannot be dark without light. And what that means is that we are not ignoring our problems. We are not running away from the fact that we have made mistakes. But we're also not letting it be the straw that breaks the camel's back and never lets us move forward out of this situation. We're not going to let the pain of our past trap us. We're not going to let the hurt that other people's wounded egos put on us stop us from being, I keep saying the word difference maker. I'm looking at my vision board that I have over here, and there's this one spot that has like gilded markings on the paper, and I see difference maker. Be a difference. Be who you needed. That's like my entire life's mission, is to be the person that I needed as a child. To be the person that says, yes, little one, you are strange. You are different. You do not fly like the others. But that is because your wings work differently. Your heart flutters in a different way, and your mind perceives differently. Therefore, you will not do what others do. You will not go where others go, and you will not walk the way others walk, because your experience is completely different from the person sitting beside you on the bus, the person that shoved past you on the train, or the rude cashier that you ran into. Each one of those people are fighting a battle you know nothing about, so please give them a little grace. Give them a little patience, because they may not be in the place that you are at, where you've realized your worth, realized what you deserve, and you're starting to make those actionable changes to accept that. You cannot drag people to the light, because you know what it's like when someone tried to drag you kicking and screaming, and it was too much. It was too bright. You had to adjust in your own time, in your own way. And you are protected right now, my love. You have always been protected, even when your darkest moments, in the deepest pits of your personal hell, you have been protected. You have been loved and watched over. Spirit does not like hurting your soul this way. But that is how we all grow. That is how we all develop. And you will see that one day, when you are not attached to the ego that is so hurt by the circumstances you've experienced.